And I'm still confused how I can't insert myself into the business chain. Like, what if I wanted to supervise? I can't. I can't tell. I can't tell it. I'm gonna go work there. I can get a job and go work for somebody, but I can't work in my own businesses for some reason. Why would you? Yeah, I just don't understand a lot of this interface stuff. Hmm. Just about out of food again. Springtime. So, yeah, no, I am confused. I don't get it. Super good at cloaks and hood leather armor, but without the other parts, we're not ever making those things. hunting on his own? Huh, weird. Thought he would have been done with the action, not just in the middle of it. I guess it took him a while to get there. What are we down to? 23 arrows. This will be our last trip till I restock. I have no money. Somebody's been buying stuff on the market. Really hope the carts are going to go sell something. No, I mean really, because tax time is coming. Oh shoot! What are you guys doing? They're doing nothing. All right. What the hell happened? Automation on. End of day. A million pieces of meat sitting in here. Why are the carts not moving? Oh boy. Because in a few hours, 11 o'clock, we're going to owe a whole bunch of money. Look at all this stuff sitting in here. I'm running into some issues. It changed the spend max of my current amount. 0. Zero. Still not moving. All right, we do it the hard way. They don't sell it to my market. Hope we can get to that other market in time. I think we're going to crush the market wherever we go. Not enough. All right, 100% energy, well fed, got all of our bonuses, sold a bunch of stuff. Let's go dump in our inventory. Still not sure what's going on here with some of these things. Excuse me? A foreign butcher has set up a cart request? So that's what that looks like. Huh. He's actually buying at a higher price. Hmm. Now I'm really confused because that's... That's Abercrombie. How come I don't get to set quantities and prices? That's what I'm confused about. All I got to do is say I want these types of things. Confusing, confusing, more confusing. And now once that message is gone, how would I know that that's out there? How would I know where to go find it? I guess I would have had to have tracked that person from the message. Yeah, I can't bring that message back up. Yeah, I don't have the faintest idea where that merchant is now. $100 fitness. So, we got big piles of carcasses over here. Once again, the carts aren't moving. Or they're off doing other things. They're off delivering, so that's why that's happening. Got a production increase when there's no production going on. Wait a minute. You're going to leave with 24 meat and not go get resources so they can do something? Oh boy. They are completely idle, and he decides to go sell 24 meat off in some far off market. Won't be back for the rest of the day. Alright, that's a bit of a non-day for my butchery. Kind of wish this cart would go the other direction. So these guys, when they need something, go here and get it, assuming the cart's not off merchanting. But what I want is this extra cart to actually come over here and do stuff. So you cart transfer to the butchery. Now he immediately starts bringing stuff over. They also weren't, well, I turned off their dollar amount for them to go purchase stuff. I guess that's why they weren't buying from the market. Nobody owns any businesses but me. You're not letting me interact with it? And again, how would I find this again later? Abercrombie again? Yep. That's a little weird. Well, I mean, I thought I would be making money a little faster with both businesses up and running. I think the lack of wool is hurting us over here. But I can't get into every single market. I mean, if nobody is ever going to produce these other materials for me to buy. There's a few on the market over at Abercrombie, finally. Yeah, I'm running into some frustrations. Mostly with the interface. That whole supervisor thing really bugs me. And things like the pop-ups for they'll purchase things at their carts. How do I ever find them again? That cart didn't have a person attending it for me to track. Tracking the person while looking at them on the first message is the only thing I could think of that would do it. Well rested. That means more trap activity, more hunting. I need to get some wood so these guys can make some more traps for me. Or make my own. I think we broke half of those. Yeah, it's not bringing over the wood I just put in there. Lower priority, I guess? Wow, I really have a hankering to process that meat. This place just likes to stockpile leather. Just running over 15 meat at a time. when do they ever sell the stuff? I mean, they're about to end the day again. This leather worker business sucks if we're just doing leather. I need the finished goods. Let's give them a budget, see if they'll buy the other materials and make something else. This point, I'm kind of just letting time pass, just to kind of watch a few things, trying to figure out just what's going on. I mean, the butchery is doing its thing, and it's delivering meat regularly, so I don't have a lot of problems here, other than the whole confusing supervisor problem. And over here, I don't know what these guys are doing. They're not making any money, that's for sure. They so seldom get anything to market. And when they do, it's barely worth the wages I'm paying them. Actually, it's not, because that amount there in leather's only going to make 600, and that's like 2 days of production, which means that I'm paying more in wages than I'm making out of their production. I'd be better off just selling the hides directly and firing all these people and closing the business at this rate. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there are no profits no matter what I do at the current setup. So, you know, I'm not laying off half the workforce to maximize profits and replace their jobs with AI. I'm saying there are no profits, and laying off half the people means there's half of zero profits. So, unless we figure something out and they start making something other than leather, I guess my only option would be if I go into automation and say, you know, screw you guys. Make these other goddamn things or nothing. Hey, look, the cart's moving. As soon as I did that. Where are you? Oh, he's going to go buy some stuff. He's on his way to go buy some wool, probably, if I had to guess. Screw you guys. Make me some traps. Hey, look, wool and iron. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of interaction icon options. You can yell at them, you can punch them in the face, you can seduce them, you can do tons of stuff. Hey Vorm, go yell at somebody. Where's a person to yell at? Hey you. Necton. Talk, punch, attack, teach, interrupt, give, accuse of crime, pay them off, dance and drink. Not going to attempt that. Flirt. Trade. Yeah, I have not been spending time finding marriageable ladies to chat up. I was hoping to marry into somebody who owned a business, but nobody else owns businesses down here in Addercorp. As far as I'm aware, I'm still the only business owner down here. Which seems kind of weird by this point. We've been in game long enough. I would have expected some of the NPCs. For a brief time, somebody owned the Leatherworks, but then they got out of it, so I bought into it. But I haven't seen anybody since then. Oh, they're back. What are you guys making? Oh, finally. Something that might make me some money. Of course, we're not going to finish any of them by the end of the business day. Yeah, it's because I haven't been bringing in more food. Hmm. All right, so theoretically tomorrow we'll have a batch of things that'll sell for some amount. Now we spent money to be able to make those. We've still got a pretty good amount of wool and iron sitting here, so I think this will be a big improvement. I need to give it a day or two. See how many of these they get made each day. Hopefully we can get like 2 done per day. 2 sets like that would be nice. Problem I have is if I set automation on, even if I give them cash, they don't do anything. They don't go buy these things and prioritize these unless I turn off their leather option. Otherwise, they just seem to be happy making leather forever and just letting it sit there. A lot of leather on the market. Still nobody producing arrows. Zero. The other answer would be to turn automation off and specifically set people on tasks. Then I have to auto the sales and so on as well. Where are you guys at? Same place as usual? Uh-oh. They might be coming to us. Where are you guys going? Ah, that is our town off that direction. Alright, looks like we might need to get involved with my 14 arrows. Oh, they're setting farms on fire. Alright, Toodles, Viking Raider. Down to 9 already. Toodles is down. I don't know, it seems like the melee guys are getting all the loot. Plus 33 loot. Zero loot. I'm out of arrows, probably. 8 arrows left. They got a couple of farms burnt. Really? It's noon and they're still working on the things they were working on yesterday? Oof. It's like one of these sets per day, it's looking like, if I'm lucky. Oh. I didn't realize I was picking up all of that stuff. You can keep those. Huh. Well, that changes things a bit. I thought I was just getting the cash loot. Huh. I guess I will put a shield in place and then sell the rest of this. Exquisite sword. I'm just going to stick with my CX. Multiple exquisite. That's a lot of cash. Hmm. That is a lot of cash. What do I do with that cash? Well, actually, stay here first. Buy up the wool and the iron. That's silver. That's the iron. I have to turn leather making back on for a bit. See if they switch to all leather making again. 9 traps. Hmm. Yeah, that was quite the cash infusion from the raid. Not sure how well I can contribute to a situation like that when there's like 5 or 6 of the guys. I've got pretty low melee skill. Oh yeah, I need to get arrows. Don't think there's anybody selling arrows still, so I gotta make my own. So I'll let the businesses run while I sit here crafting arrows. I got no material for more arrows. Steal some wood and iron. Aw. All right. Let him do his thing. What the heck is going on out here? So they're still making these, even though I turned leather back on. And they're almost out of leather, which they need to make these. We've got tons of hides sitting around waiting. We've got carcasses. Not a huge amount. The carcasses for these guys. They're still in trap-only mode. Oh, that would be why. Let's go ahead and turn this stuff back on. Yep, no surprise. When are you guys going to send stuff to market? Feels like the answer is never. Some high-ticket items just sitting there. And another day done, and they still haven't sent anybody any of that stuff to the market. You've got idle carcasses, but you're not going to the shed to pick up carcasses again. Possibly because you're all working on this, and it won't compute the need until it's done, but they all finished work for the day. I got porters. I got plenty of carts. I'm not sure what's going on there. All right. Back to the main menu. I think that's going to be it for the moment. Yeah, I'm having some struggles. I'll try to look up some info, but I've done a fair bit of research and I haven't seen anything regarding the things I'm having problems with. Yeah, there's just some really weird behavior with the automation, and I really don't want to take over that stuff. It's already micromanaging enough, and I already have to bring in all the raw materials for those two businesses, so it's hard for me to split the time. I need the automation to be working and understand what's going on. So I'll keep plugging away at it. I'll do some more research, maybe some testing, and we'll keep pushing, but I don't know. So far, I'm starting to hit some edges and barriers that are making me a bit unhappy. But I'm not going to give up quite yet. So that'll be it for now, though. I will catch